Oxford University researchers uncover new target to potentially reduce type 2 diabetes risk, thanks to this indigenous tribe. Why do some people get type 2 and prediabetes, while others are completely immune? Well, the true answer shattered everything I thought I knew about type 2 and prediabetes. You see, we've been told for years that people who are overweight are more susceptible to getting the disease. But what about all of the skinny people who get it? Well, brace yourself, because there's more to the story that you've likely never been told. It turns out there's a type of fat that's not visible at all, no matter how fit or slim you are, or how old or young you are either. This hidden fat can silently hijack your insulin levels and wreak havoc on your blood sugar. When I first heard about this, I was more than skeptical. But the deeper I dove into the research, the more undeniable it became. This hidden fat could be the source of your weight gain, blood sugar spikes, and those cravings that keep you trapped in a frustrating cycle. This fat goes far beyond the stuff you can pinch on your belly, thighs, or arms. It clings to your organs like a ticking time bomb, forming what experts call the hidden fat trap. It sits there, undermining your body's ability to regulate blood sugar, keeping you stuck in a loop of tiredness, cravings, and for many, the dreaded stubborn fat that just won't budge. So, why haven't you heard of it before? Because until now, Big Pharma has done a great job concealing the truth, to keep you dependent on their medications instead of actually getting to the source of your problem. But in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to expose the long-hidden truth about this insidious fat, and how targeting it could completely transform your life. You'll discover how getting rid of this specific type of fat can stabilize your blood sugar, shed those last stubborn pounds, and help you feel energy like you haven't experienced in years. But first, let me take you back to where this story began, with a simple question that shook me to my core. Why did my wife get diagnosed with prediabetes when she seemed perfectly healthy on the outside? Little did I know, the answer to that question would lead me to a breakthrough that just might change your life too. Hi, I'm Craig Jones. I'm 57 years old and happily married to Amanda, my high school sweetheart, for 32 years. We met when we were both just kids, and we've been side by side ever since. There's nothing I wouldn't do for her. Heck, I'd take a bullet for her. But I'm no doctor, I'm not a health guru, and I'm definitely not a fitness nut. I'm just a man who always tries to do right by his wife. And up until a few years ago, our life was simple and full of joy. We spent our weekends hiking, spending time with friends and family, and enjoying every bit of Amanda's amazing baking. She'd make cookies from scratch, and we'd eat it with ice cream while watching our favorite black and white movies. We were always active, so we thought eating sweet treats was all part of a balanced life. She'd get in her 10,000 steps a day, and I'd do my part to keep healthy, like running on the treadmill. I truly believed we were doing everything right. Then one day in January of 2022, that all came crashing down. Amanda went in for a routine blood test. I remember the moment she came home, it was like yesterday. She walked in with this blank, hollow look on her face that made my stomach twist. And then she said the words that made my blood run cold. My blood sugar is dangerously high. The doctor says I'm pre-diabetic. I was stunned. We thought she was healthy. She was my age. And yet here she was, staring down the barrel of a lifetime of health issues. Our doctor warned us that type 2 diabetes is far more than high blood sugar. He painted a picture that felt like a nightmare. Damage to her heart, kidneys, nerves, the risk of blindness, the looming threat of heart disease. It felt like I was losing the love of my life right before my eyes. So we tried everything. She cut out carbs, went on strict diets, hit the gym harder than ever. But every solution turned into a dead end. She felt nauseous most of the time and constantly tired. Still, despite all her efforts, the numbers on her monitor barely budged. It was like being stuck in a loop with no escape. All the while, she battled cravings that felt impossible to resist. She was fighting against her body every single day. Then one afternoon, Amanda had a blood sugar crash so severe she was shaking and sweating. Barely able to stand, she looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, "Why is this happening to me?" In that moment, I felt helpless. It was like I failed her. I was supposed to protect her, but I had no answers. Every path we tried led nowhere. I was beginning to lose hope, thinking this was our new reality forever. But then, something extraordinary happened. Something that I'll admit at first I couldn't believe. Our lives were about to change in a way I never thought possible. So listen carefully, because what I'm about to share is the very thing that can help you escape the type 2 and prediabetes nightmare too. You see, I went to one of the top health seminars in the country. Desperate for answers, the ticket cost me over $1,500. But I was willing to spend anything to save my wife. An hour into the event, I noticed a man who caught my attention. He was fit, healthy, and radiated this calm, almost magnetic energy. He looked like he'd unlocked some secret to life. You know when you see someone and can't pinpoint their age because they just look like the pillar of health? Well, that was him. People around him were hanging on his every word as he spoke. They treated him with a respect I'd never seen before. So naturally, I was curious to know who he was. I found out from the guy sitting next to me that his name was Dr. Pritchard. And as I asked more about him, I discovered he'd helped thousands overcome seemingly impossible health issues. It turns out, Dr. Pritchard was one of the most respected experts in the field of metabolic science, a man whose groundbreaking studies have been published in leading medical journals around the world. For decades, he's devoted his career to uncovering the hidden connections between our bodies, our diets, and our health. His groundbreaking work has been sought after by Olympic athletes, leading medical institutions, and top-tier government health programs, advising them on how our unique genetics impact the way our bodies process food. Doctors, scientists, and health experts look to Dr. Pritchard for answers on how to combat some of the world's most stubborn health issues, particularly type 2 and prediabetes. I was determined to find out what he knew, so I went over and asked if he'd speak with me. At first he was reluctant, giving me a polite but firm no. I poured my heart out. I told him everything about Amanda's struggles, our hopeless attempts, the endless cycle of frustration and fear. I needed answers, and I wasn't leaving without them. Finally, he looked at me and nodded, motioning me to follow him into a quiet seminar room. He sat me down, leaned in, and with a seriousness I'll never forget, he said, "I'll tell you what you need to know, but you can't share this with anyone outside this room." What he revealed next would change my life, but most importantly, Amanda's life forever. I'll do my best to explain everything he told me step by step, but let me warn you, what I'm about to share may make you angry, especially if you've already tried so many of the so-called solutions out there, because by the end of this, you'll finally understand the real source of type 2 and prediabetes, excessive weight gain, and so many other health issues. Dr. Pritchard started telling me about the University College of London, known as UCL, a prestigious institution known for advancing medical science. He said they'd conducted studies showing how our bodies adapt based on thousands of years of diet and environment. UCL recently researched an indigenous tribe in the Arctic called the Inuit people and discovered that they thrive on high-fat, high-protein diets. That's because their bodies are built to process these foods efficiently. But for most of us, those same foods can lead to serious health issues. Why is that, I asked? Well, for Americans with type 2 or prediabetes, they all share one thing in common. Now, this is important, so make sure you're paying attention to this, because this single piece of information has the power to change your life forever. You see, Dr. Pritchard told me about a very specific type of fat that we carry deep inside our bodies. This fat, he said, isn't visible on the outside, yet it wreaks havoc on our organs from within. Dr. Pritchard called it metabolically active fat, but he quickly added, I like to refer to it as the hidden fat insulin trap. He told me to imagine my body as a sophisticated engine. You might polish the outside until it's shining, but if the gears inside are clogged with rust, that engine won't run smoothly. This hidden fat is like that rust, blocking insulin from doing its job and preventing your body from controlling blood sugar properly. In simple terms, this fat clings to your organs and forces your pancreas to work overtime. It pumps out insulin like crazy just to keep blood sugar in check. And the worst part? Even people who look slim on the outside could be carrying this fat on the inside, silently damaging their health. Whereas the Inuit tribe doesn't carry the same type of fat. Dr. Pritchard went on to tell me that prestigious institutions, including Oxford University, have now conducted studies proving that this hidden fat doesn't just lie dormant. It actually produces inflammation, making it nearly impossible to lose weight or keep blood sugar levels stable. It's a vicious cycle, Dr. Pritchard said, because the more this fat builds up, the harder it becomes for your body to burn calories or control blood sugar. It's like you're pedaling as fast as you can, but you're stuck in place. I felt like a light bulb had gone off in my mind. No wonder Amanda's blood sugar kept spiking. Even when she was doing everything right, this wasn't just about what she was eating or how much she weighed. It was about this hidden fat that was silently trapping her in an endless cycle of insulin resistance and inflammation. Then Dr. Pritchard looked at me and said, Most people out there with type 2 or prediabetes are trying to burn off visible fat, but they're missing the real problem. Until you get rid of this hidden fat, you're only scratching the surface, managing symptoms instead of addressing the cause. After Dr. Pritchard explained the hidden fat problem, I asked him the big question. Is there any way to actually get rid of it? He paused for a moment, and I could almost feel the weight of what he was about to say. Yes, there is a way, but it's not what the big companies want you to know. He went on to explain that after years of meticulous research, he'd uncovered the formula that could finally break this vicious cycle once and for all. But he told me this wasn't the kind of thing you'll see on any TV ad. There are studies proving this solution works, and they've been around for years, but you'll never hear about them, he said, because Big Pharma buries them. That way, you can't ever find a long-lasting solution outside of their prescriptions. They want you hooked on their temporary fixes. He explained that Big Pharma spends billions intimidating researchers, buying off studies, and suppressing the information. If people knew they could break free of this hidden fat trap with a natural solution, the drug companies would lose billions. They can't let that happen. It's a game, and they play to win. It was unsettling, but it also made perfect sense. After all, I tried everything the mainstream advice suggested for Amanda: diet, exercise, and even medications. None of it worked. Then Dr. Pritchard asked me something that hit home. If you want to know whether you have this hidden fat problem, here's a quick test to find out. Answer this one question. Do you experience at least one blood sugar issue that won't go away? He listed off symptoms like unexplained tiredness, stubborn cravings, or reading the frustrating numbers on the blood sugar monitor, and seeing your levels spiking and crashing no matter how strict you are with your diet. Well, if you're dealing with any of these symptoms, they're all a sign that the hidden fat is in your body right now, clinging to your vital organs and silently wreaking havoc. I thought he was going to tell me about a supplement that promised to stabilize blood sugar, but he quickly got ahead of me. It's not what you think, he said. This isn't about a generic blood sugar solution. Dr. Pritchard leaned in. His voice was almost a whisper, as if he was about to reveal a secret he'd kept buried for years. This is different, he said. Most people assume that getting rid of this internal fat is as simple as a pill or cutting carbs. But what I'm talking about goes deeper. It's to do with a specific formula that works from the inside, layer by layer, to reduce the hidden fat around your organs. It's the only way to break free from this trap. I could feel my pulse quicken. After a year of failed attempts, this finally sounded like the real deal. What's in the formula? I dared to ask. He sighed, looking over his shoulder, as if even saying it out loud could bring terrible consequences. This blend is something I developed after years of research, but I've never been allowed to make it public. He told me he was under a strict NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, signed with one of the big corporations. They knew how powerful this formula was and made sure it stayed hidden. But the doctor took a deep breath, then continued. He told me he was close to retirement, even though he didn't look a day over 40, and he'd had enough of the medical industry, so he was ready to leave it all behind, but not before sharing what he's learned. I felt a surge of hope and relief. Here, finally, he was about to reveal the answer my wife and I had been searching for, the breakthrough you need to escape the type 2 and prediabetes nightmare. Dr. Pritchard reached into his rucksack and handed me a small bottle. Here, he said, this is just a sample, enough for 1 month. I want your wife to see for herself what's truly possible. Could this really work, I thought? Could this formula finally be the answer we'd been searching for? Well, as soon as I got home, I told Amanda everything. And even though she was skeptical, she started taking 1 capsule at breakfast, just like the doctor had instructed. Almost immediately, Amanda's energy surged. She woke up refreshed. She moved with a new lightness, and those constant cravings, they stopped being so nagging. As for her blood sugar, it continued to drop within a few weeks, and the only thing she was doing differently was taking the sample every day. We even had a blood test that confirmed her reading was the best she'd had in a year. Our doctor was amazed, but as incredible as that was, something else started happening, something we hadn't expected. Amanda began losing weight. It was subtle at first, just a few pounds here and there, but in a few weeks, her entire shape began to change. Her clothes fit better, her face looked brighter, and every day I could see her confidence returning. She was looking in the mirror and finally seeing the woman she remembered. All we wanted was for her to feel healthier and for her blood sugar readings to stabilize, but she was getting so much more than that. A new lease on life and a confidence that radiated from within. That's when our friends and family got suspicious. They wanted to know what had changed, how my wife, who was always beautiful in my eyes, had become even more gorgeous, model-like, within the space of just a few weeks. But the trouble was, we didn't have any more samples left to share. I didn't even know what the ingredients were in the formula. That's when I knew I had to speak to Dr. Pritchard again and beg him for more of the sample. So I wrote him an email, telling him all about Amanda's incredible transformation, how it all happened in such a short space of time too. And I urged him to share this formula, not just with me, but the world. It took 5 months of relentless messaging, with some weeks getting no answers and other weeks receiving a firm but polite nope, until finally he agreed to make the formula public, but under one condition, that together we'd work tirelessly to bring this formula to life in a certified lab, ensuring every capsule contained the purest, most powerful ingredients. Because he'd seen so many companies before push out supplements that weren't even bioavailable, which meant they didn't make the slightest difference in a person's health. If we were going to do this, he wanted to actually help people, as many as we possibly could. To make up for the fact that he'd allowed this secret to be concealed for so long, it took almost 9 months to develop, but when the first batch was ready, I couldn't believe what happened next. The results we saw beat our wildest dreams. But before I share some of the life-changing stories from people who've used it, let me introduce you to Sugar Support, the breakthrough formula that works in 5 powerful steps designed to stabilize blood sugar spikes and cravings, melt hidden fat, and help you feel and look the best you have in years. Here's how it works, step by step. Phase 1. Sugar Support targets and mobilizes your hidden fat. It starts working with 2 ancient ingredients that have stood the test of time, turmeric and cinnamon. These 2 remarkable ingredients go right to the source, working at a cellular level to target that hidden fat around your organs. Turmeric contains curcumin, which is like a powerful magnet for hidden fat, drawing it out so your body can start breaking it down. In an eye-opening study involving over 2,400 participants, those who took turmeric saw a 15% reduction in body weight. Plus, they improved blood sugar levels across the board. That's not just a small improvement. It's a dramatic shift that can change everything for your body. And then there's cinnamon, not just for flavor. Cinnamon acts like a balancing force for blood sugar. In a study of over 3,000 people with type 2 diabetes, cinnamon reduced fasting blood sugar and helped prevent that hidden fat from accumulating in the first place. It's like setting your body's thermostat back to normal, so you don't constantly feel those intense spikes and crashes. Phase 2. Sugar Support crushes cravings and stops sugar in its tracks. If you've ever struggled with an intense need for salty snacks and sweet treats, especially in the afternoon, you're not alone. Cravings fuel that hidden fat, trapping you in a cycle. That's why Sugar Support includes gymnema and bitter melon, 2 ingredients that work together to crush those cravings and stop sugar from being stored as fat. Gymnema is often called the sugar destroyer, and for good reason. It attaches to the sweet sensors on your tongue, reducing the taste of sugar, so those once irresistible snacks lose their appeal. In an impressive study, participants using gymnema reported a 70% reduction in their sugar cravings. Imagine taking a bite of your favorite dessert and realizing it doesn't even taste as good as you remember. That's the power of gymnema, and bitter melon is nature's secret weapon for blood sugar control. In a study on adults with prediabetes, those who took bitter melon saw their post-meal glucose levels drop, and their cravings became a thing of the past. Together, these ingredients help keep your blood sugar steady, and the days of feeling out of control around sweets are over. Phase 3. Sugar Support tackles inflammation and resets your body's balance. When hidden fat builds up, it doesn't just sit quietly. It creates inflammation that makes you feel sluggish and achy. To calm this inflammation, we included vitamin C and berberine in the formula. Vitamin C targets internal inflammation, helping you feel less tired and more energized throughout the day. In one study, women who took vitamin C saw their stress hormone levels drop by 34%, meaning they felt more relaxed, lighter, and less weighed down by that hidden inflammation. It's like giving your body a deep cleanse, helping it reset so your body can start using insulin effectively again. Then there's berberine, which has been shown to reduce inflammation and blood sugar levels so effectively. Berberine reduced inflammation markers by an incredible 25%, putting your body back into balance and helping you burn hidden fat instead of storing it. Phase 4. Sugar Support supercharges your insulin sensitivity and boosts energy levels. This formula includes vitamin D and magnesium to support your body's ability to process insulin and convert food into energy. These ingredients help your cells respond to insulin the way they should, so you're not constantly battling blood sugar swings. Vitamin D acts like an ignition switch for your muscles and liver. In a review of studies on people with prediabetes, those who took vitamin D saw a remarkable 23% improvement in blood sugar control. It's the difference between feeling sluggish and feeling like your body is finally firing on all cylinders. And magnesium is essential for energy. It helps your cells use insulin effectively, so you're not storing extra sugar as fat. In one study, people who took magnesium saw a drop in fasting blood sugar by 20%, and they felt more energized and alive, like their bodies were back on track. And last, but by no means least, Phase 5. Sugar Support fuels your fat-burning mode and boosts circulation. To complete this process, Sugar Support includes olive leaf and cocoa extract. These two ingredients help you stay in a fat-burning mode and support your heart. Olive leaf contains polyphenols that clear out the fat clogging your system. In a clinical trial, people taking olive leaf saw their waistlines shrink by 5%, and their cholesterol dropped significantly. It's like unclogging a drain. Suddenly, everything flows more freely, and your body can work the way it was designed to. Cocoa extract is rich in antioxidants that boost circulation and support blood flow. In a fascinating study, people who took cocoa extract saw their blood glucose drop and their energy soar. Think of it as a fuel injection, giving you that extra boost to get through the day feeling strong, light, and in control. These ingredients are each backed by powerful studies and real results. They work together in Sugar Support to deliver a transformation that goes beyond anything you've ever experienced. Imagine this: flipping your body from fat storing to fat burning mode. Seeing the weight literally fall off you without making any real change to your diet or workout routine. Imagine springing out of bed with energy every morning and realizing you no longer feel depressed or stressed like you used to. You'll catch yourself in the mirror throughout the day, seeing a happier, more radiant, energetic person in your reflection. And the best part? You'll be in control of your blood sugar readings. No longer scared about spikes and crashes from taking over your life. That's because with this incredible formula, you're not just managing your symptoms. You're actually resolving the source of type 2 and prediabetes through a 5-pronged approach. In Phase 1, you'll be melting your hidden fat and stabilizing blood sugar with the help of turmeric and cinnamon. In Phase 2, you'll crush sugar cravings and stop fat from being stored with gymnema and bitter melon. In Phase 3, you'll feel more energized by reducing inflammation thanks to vitamin C and berberine. Through Phase 4 of this formula, you'll supercharge your body's ability to process insulin and feel more alive with the help of vitamin D and magnesium. And finally, through the ultimate Phase 5, you'll switch on your body's natural fat-burning mode and healthy blood circulation, giving you the vibrancy you deserve with olive leaf and cocoa extract. Thousands have already experienced these life-changing benefits, like Mark, who's 57 and told me,
"I love how simple it is. Just one capsule a day and I can already feel a big difference in my cravings and energy."
Or Beverly, who's 70 and said, "In just a few weeks, I felt more in control and energetic. And by 3 months, I was a whole new person." And John, 58, who told me,
"I lost 10 pounds in the first month, and my blood sugar has never been this stable. Sugar Support is life-changing."
If you're serious about gaining control over your health, breaking the cycle of blood sugar spikes, and igniting your body's fat-burning power, then Sugar Support is the answer. But first, it's important you know that we haven't cut any corners with this formula. Unlike other supplement companies out there, we refuse to compromise on quality. You see, there are only a handful of labs in the world that can produce this formula with the standards we demand. And that kind of excellence doesn't come cheap. So we could easily offer Sugar Support at a high price, especially considering the results our customers have experienced. In fact, many have told us they'd pay for it without hesitation, no matter the price. So let me ask you, how much would you invest for real, lasting health? What would you be willing to spend if you were absolutely sure this would work for you? $300? $500? Even $700? It's not my place to put a price on your health. From the beginning, our mission has been to make Sugar Support available to as many people as possible. So we've worked hard to keep the cost low. Given the retail value of these ingredients and the complex manufacturing process, we could easily price it at $169 a bottle. But we've cut out the middleman by not selling it in stores, and instead only making it available here on this website. This means it's not $169. It won't cost you $150 or even $120. Instead, a single bottle of Sugar Support is just $69. Broken down to a daily cost, that's less than the price of a coffee, just $2.30 a day. But unlike a coffee or snack, Sugar Support works to transform your health from the inside out. Now, we offer 3 different packages, so you can choose what's best for you and your health. We have the 1-bottle option that will last you 30 days, just 1 capsule a day. This is great if you want to test the waters, but keep in mind that lasting change takes time. Then we have our most popular package, the 3-bottle option that will last you 90 days. At just $59 per bottle, it will allow your body enough time to start seeing and feeling significant improvement. But to be honest with you, I highly recommend our best value package, the 6-bottle option. With this, each bottle is just $49, and it ensures you have a full 6-month supply. This is enough time to fully remove the hidden fat that's been causing your highs and lows, which will put your body into fat-burning mode, helping you experience almost no cravings and 0 worries about your blood sugar staying stable. You see, the real transformation happens when you take Sugar Support for at least 90 to 180 days. Why? Because for most people with type 2 diabetes or even pre-diabetes, it can take longer than 30 days to experience the full effect of Sugar Support. Sure, you'll start seeing and feeling the benefits within a few weeks, like more energy, less cravings, and a slimmer waist. But real lasting changes, like melting the hidden fat and consistently stabilizing your blood sugar, does take time. And depending on how long you've struggled with blood sugar issues or how much hidden fat has built up around your organs, resetting your body can take 90 to 180 days. So by choosing the 6-month supply, you're giving your body the time it needs to break free from insulin resistance and fat storage. Even missing 1 day can set you back. And if you try to restock later, you might end up paying a higher price than today. Or worse, because Sugar Support is so in demand, you risk not being able to get any more for up to 9 months. That's how long it takes us to develop each batch. And when we run out, which has happened before, there's nothing we can do to hurry up the manufacturing process. So why risk it when you can secure 6 months today at the best price? Plus, here's the best part. When you choose the 3 or 6-bottle package, we'll also cover the cost of your shipping. So your order can arrive to you within 3 to 5 business days with no extra fees. And we believe so strongly in the power of Sugar Support that we offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. If you don't feel the difference, if your blood sugar doesn't improve, if your energy doesn't increase, or if those cravings don't fade, just reach out. We'll give you every penny back. You can even return the empty bottles. We stand behind Sugar Support 100%, and we want you to feel completely confident trying it. Ordering is simple. Select the package you want, click the Buy Now button below, and you'll be taken to our secure encrypted payment gateway. Enter your payment details and your shipping address, and your order will be on its way. Sugar Support is available exclusively on this website, so if you see it listed on Amazon, Etsy, or anywhere else, it's not from us, and we urge you to report it immediately. We take every measure to ensure the highest quality possible. Our ingredients are organic, third-party tested, and processed with care. Each batch is meticulously prepared to guarantee you're getting the best. But with demand, we can't guarantee how long we'll have stock available. So if you're seeing the Buy Now button below, I urge you not to wait. Click it, and if the system says it's available, you're lucky enough to secure your order today. But don't delay. There's no telling how long our stock will last. And if you come back later, it might be gone, or the price could be higher. Remember, you have 60 days to experience the benefits for yourself risk-free. So if you don't feel the transformation, send the bottles back, even if they're empty, and get a full refund. By taking action today, you're making a powerful decision to improve your life. So, now there are only 2 options in front of you. Option 1, you do nothing, and the challenges with your health may get worse. Blood sugar problems don't resolve themselves, and hidden fat doesn't disappear on its own. Ignoring it could make your situation even harder down the line. And as you've seen today, the so-called solutions out there don't get to the source of the problem. They just address the symptoms, not the cause. Big Pharma wants to keep lining their pockets, making you dependent on their medications. That does nothing to remove your hidden fat or stabilize your blood sugar levels naturally. But then there's option 2. You can take action now and invest in a healthier, happier future. A future where your friends and family don't experience sleepless nights, constantly worrying about your health, fearing you won't be around for the special memories, the moments that matter. So, choose the package that's right for you below. Click Buy Now and start your transformation today. You'll be joining thousands of others who have already made this choice before you and reclaimed control of their health and lives. I'm so excited for you to experience everything Sugar Support has to offer. This is the moment you'll look back on in 6 months' time, either kicking yourself for not seizing the opportunity when it was in front of you, or feeling proud of yourself for making the smart decision. The power to change your life is in your hands. Choose your package now and take the first step toward the body, energy, and joy you deserve. Still there? I completely understand. Making the decision to try something new can raise a lot of questions, so let's make sure you feel confident in your decision to try Sugar Support today. Here are the most common questions we get about it, along with clear answers to help you decide if this is right for you. Is Sugar Support right for me? If you've been battling stubborn blood sugar issues, nagging cravings, and weight that just won't budge, Sugar Support could be the solution you've been hoping for. Whether you're managing type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or just want to stay ahead of blood sugar challenges, Sugar Support is designed to target the source of the disease, which is the hidden fat that's keeping you trapped in this frustrating cycle. And because Sugar Support is natural and backed by science, it's safe and effective for men and women who want real, lasting change. Here's what 61-year-old Mary had to say. I've tried everything, and Sugar Support has been the only thing that actually made a difference. I finally feel free. What kind of results can I expect from Sugar Support? Sugar Support is formulated to give you results you can feel. Imagine waking up each morning with steady energy, fewer cravings, and a calm, balanced feeling that lets you truly enjoy your day. Many of our customers report feeling lighter and more energetic within just a few weeks. Over time, you can expect to see more stable blood sugar levels, improved mood, and real weight loss. It's not just about managing symptoms, it's about regaining control of your health and feeling like yourself again. How long will it take to see results? Most people begin feeling a difference within a few weeks. More energy, fewer cravings, and a sense of calm. After a month, many customers see noticeable changes in their blood sugar and feel lighter, with gradual steady weight loss. To experience the full benefits, we recommend taking Sugar Support consistently for at least 90 days. True transformation happens over time, and we've seen the best results with customers who continue for 180 days, allowing their bodies to fully reset and stabilize. What's the best way to take Sugar Support? Taking Sugar Support couldn't be easier. Just take 1 capsule with breakfast or lunch and you're done. There are no complicated routines or restrictive diets. Sugar Support is designed to work with your body, so you can keep living life while enjoying the benefits. Each bottle contains a full month's supply, giving you everything you need for a steady daily transformation. What if Sugar Support doesn't work for me? We're so confident that Sugar Support will change your life that we're offering a 60-day risk-free guarantee. Try it for 2 full months, and if you don't feel the difference, just reach out to us. We'll give you a full refund, even if the bottles are empty. This is a no-risk opportunity, designed to give you peace of mind while you experience the benefits for yourself. Just ask 63-year-old Sarah, who was honest and said, I was skeptical, but the guarantee made it easy to try. Now I can't imagine going a day without it. Where can I buy Sugar Support, and how quickly can I get it? Sugar Support is available exclusively on this website to ensure you're getting the highest quality, freshest product directly from us. Once you place your order, we'll ship it out right away, and you can expect to have it in your hands within 3 to 5 business days. You'll be able to start your journey to healthier blood sugar and feel the difference in no time. Is my purchase secure, and will you charge my card more than once? Your purchase is completely secure. We use industry-standard encryption to protect your personal information, so you can shop with confidence. We only charge your card once, right when you place your order. There are no hidden fees, no subscriptions, and no surprise charges. Just a single, straightforward transaction for the package you select. If you're still wondering whether Sugar Support is right for you, consider this. Thousands of people have taken this exact step and experienced the freedom that comes from balanced blood sugar, fewer cravings, and steady energy. With the 60-day risk-free guarantee, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. I urge you to take that first step toward a healthier, happier you. Click below to choose your package and start your transformation today. I can't wait to hear your success story.